and in today's tutorial we will learn how to export our worksheets as images for other files. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly close this format window here. Alright, so we've got this beautiful report that's ready to go. How do we put it into a document like a PowerPoint or a Word document and so on? So one way is to take a snapshot, and I knew a friend of mine, he didn't know how to export and he kept taking snapshots. So you just take like a print screen of this report and then you stick it into your file. Well, that's not the proper way to do it. There's definitely a way to export files directly from Tableau, and today we're going to learn how. So right away, this is a worksheet as we discussed. So if you go into worksheet and you go to export, you go to image, you can copy the image. So I'm just going to close that because there's another way of doing it, a bit faster. You don't have to move your mouse all the way up there. This is one of those tips and tricks. So if you right click and you go copy, you go image, you get the same menu. So there's two ways to export. So all we need right now is the view, the title, and the color legend. So we don't need the caption because we don't actually have a caption. We haven't created one for this chart. We'll talk about captions further in the course. They're pretty easy. So we'll take caption out, and we'll talk about this menu in a second as well. So we'll just click copy. Now let's bring up the document. So let's say I want to export this image into a Word document. So here I've got a Word document prepared. It's the annual bonus report, and I want to put the image in here. So what you need to do is obviously Control V or just right click and paste. And there you go. So there's your image here. So this underline is because I had the underline over there. So that's your image. It blends in really well. But what do we see about this image that is right away not good, wrong? Well, we see this name over here. So what went wrong? Where did it come from? Let's go back to Tableau and find out. If I click on Tableau, you can see that there's no name here. But Sheet 1 sounds familiar, doesn't it? That's the name of the tab here. So that, remember when we exported the image? So if we go to right click and then when we go to copy image, here it says title. And title is actually the name of the tab. So you either have to unclick title or just change the name of the tab. And so let's do that. So I'll go into the name of the sheet. I'm going to call it annual bonus analysis. And now I want to see it here as well. So I'll go to worksheet and I'll click show title. So here now I can see the annual bonus analysis name, and that also gives me the power to change and format it. So if I click here and I click format title, as you remember, our formatting pane pops up on the left, and I can actually this doesn't allow you to change the size of the text. So we're going to have to work on this a bit. You need to double click on the title to be able to format the size of the text. In this case, it's 12, it's bold, so it's all right. It's the same as the rest that we have here. So just if you do need to change the format, that's how you do it. So I'll just click that. And now we can right click, copy, image, view title, color legend, copy. Now let's go back to our document, delete that, and paste in our report. Once again, this underline should get rid of it. Okay. So here now you can see annual bonus report analysis at the top. And that's good. So that's pretty much ready to go. You add some text for the executives and it's ready to be presented. The only thing is, if you want a bit more space, so if you want this chart to be a bit bigger, then you want region at the bottom, and that way your chart can expand to the right. And that's what we'll try to do now. So we'll right click, copy, image, and color legend. So, but here we'll put the color legend at the bottom. We'll choose that one. Go back here and paste. and as you can see, the color legend is at the bottom and the chart has a bit more space. So that's the other way you can do that. So that's pretty much done. I just wanted to show you another tip and trick that I have for PowerPoint. So in PowerPoint, there's two things that you can do. Once you've copied it, so the worksheet is currently sitting in our Control C, or we can paste it anywhere we want. So I can paste it, but as you can see here, and I'll zoom in a little bit so that you can see a bit better. You can see that the text is actually a bit blurry in the whole of the image, and my PowerPoint's a bit old. It's still 2003. So whether I press Control V like that or whether I right click and paste, it's going to be the same. But if you're using PowerPoint 2007 or higher, then if you press Control V, it will be blurry like this. But if you right click and you paste, you will find that it'll be very crisp, just like it is here in our Word document. So that's another tip and hack for you for using PowerPoint. I'm quite sure that you're probably going to be using a later version of PowerPoint. So do right click and paste rather than Control V into PowerPoint when you're exporting your Tableau worksheets. And so that sums it up for us for today. I just wanted to tell you that we still haven't saved our workbook, so make sure you do. So you go to File, Save As, and obviously, for this workbook, it's Section 1. Just make sure you keep it saved because Tableau doesn't actually auto-save your work, and you want to keep it for yourself for the future. And that is it for this section. I hope you enjoyed it. Very easy introduction to Tableau. That was an easy data set, but it did help us get our head around a lot of things. And we talked about navigating Tableau, creating first calculate field, adding colors, labels, doing formatting. So all of that together, that's our base. We're going to take that forward in the course. But before you do proceed with the next lecture, do not forget to do the quiz. It's right under this one. It will help you make sure that you've covered everything that we talked about in this section. I look forward to seeing you in the next section, and until next time, happy analyzing.